you know, it's The Rock, he's big time, whatever, I'll just let him do his thing. And he's like, no, man, come in, squeeze in. He's like moved everyone back and like made room for me. It's like, hey,
I don't know if you ever ran across this guy in the time that you were there. I know he was in and out, but we talked about him already. But what about Dwayne Johnson, The Rock?
I met him kind of a couple of times. Super nice guy. Like the way you see him interact with people, that's him. That's not, some people, that's an act, right? You know, famous people, they just, oh, hey, how you doing? And once the cameras and nobody's there, they act like an a-hole or whatever, right? He was just super nice. I remember, and just a quick story again about, just to reflect how he was. I remember going, so there was this elevator. I can't remember what building or where we were, but there was these elevators and they were like back elevators. And I think they went up to where the area, where the arena area or whatever was like that. And I pressed the button, and who opens the door? But the thing opens, but it's Rock and his entourage and stuff like that. And he's kind of psyched. So I was like, never mind, I'll catch the next one, you know. Not that I was shy or really too starstruck, but maybe a little bit. But I was like, you know, it's The Rock, he's big time, whatever, I'll just let him do his thing. And he's like, no, man, come in, squeeze in. He's like moved everyone back and like made room for me. It's like, hey, I only went up one floor. He's like, hey, you good, blah, 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 you know. And he could be like, okay, no problem, you know, but he wants me to come in. Like he's always been like that. And I remember one time when he came back, we were involved in the semi-main event, and I was involved with a group of guys, and we were just like always around this, like that semi-main event, main event type thing. And we came back. This was the first time he came back, and he was like in a year or two or whatever. He's getting ready to go out for the main event Raw to do his promo. And I come back through the curtain, and you go to an area called Gorilla. It's called the Gorilla area. It's after a famous wrestler called Gorilla Monsoon. It's the area. It's called Gorilla after him. So I come back, and I'm like, we're talking, like we're just like blah blah blah. And we get behind the curtain, and we're like, it's The Rock there, you know. I just kind of stopped you for a second, and he's like doing all this stuff, getting ready because he's getting in the vibe, and he's like, hey guys, hey, like give us all a high five. Yeah, good job guys, good job. And I was like, man, this guy is cool. Like you can tell he's focused, but this is a big moment for him. Like he's a big star, but still a lot can go wrong, and he hasn't been back for a year or two or whatever. So this is a big time, like for him. But he still had the time to be like, to even have watched what we did and to encourage us and to like give us a high five. He could have just been like, just looked at us and kept, or not even acknowledged us. So I thought that was really cool. And I think that's a reflection of who he is. And I love seeing successful people that are like that, and I truly believe that he's just like that now. I think like if I passed him or whatever, he might even be like, hey, are you a wrestler? He wouldn't remember me. There's no chance in hell he would remember me, but he'd be like, hey, you a wrestler? You work for Vince? And I really believe he would talk to me, you know. And I think he's just, and not just me, any wrestler, right? Because I think he's that guy, you know, that just genuine, honest, humble guy. Because a lot of people that become famous, they're not good people, to be honest with you, you know. And there's a reason they want to be famous, because they weren't happy in their life and blah blah blah. And you know, there's certain things that lead to that, and it leads to success, and because of that they treat people shittily. But sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but
you're good.
They didn't treat people very, very good. But The Rock, I saw him treat everyone awesome. Anytime I was around him, and there's countless stories of him doing that. So I think on top of his work ethic, which is unbelievable. Like, I don't know who works harder, Cena or Rock. To be honest, I maybe lean towards The Rock, to be honest with you, you know. But on top of all that, just humble, genuine, honest, down-to-earth guy, which is phenomenal to know.